Friends, today we are going to start a new lesson, My Childhood, which is written by APJ Abdul Kalam. Student, you know about APJ Abdul Kalam. My Childhood is an extract from Abdul Kalam's book Wings of Fire. It is about Kalam's childhood. Kalam belongs to a middle class family. He was a very simple man, but his dreams were very high. If we go through the life history of Kalam's, then we came to know that his life was not luxurious. There are so many difficulties, but he overcome all his barriers and fulfill his dreams. We can see that because of hard work, sincerity and honesty, he rose to be a world-class scientist. It was under the leadership that India became a nuclear power and made many types of missiles. He became India's president in 2002. He had a grand vision of the future of India. It was his ardent desire to see India as a world power. He loved for the common man, especially children, made him a popular figure. In My Childhood, he describes about his childhood, family, and his first wages. He also tells us that how his teacher has discriminated on the basis of caste and religion and his inheritance of human values. Let's move on the lesson. Students, in first two paragraphs, we are going to see about his childhood, family and his parents. Abdul Kalam was born at Rameshwaram in 1939. His father name was Jainaluddin and his mother name was Ashiyama. His father was very great. His nature was very different. His mother had an idle helpmate for him. His parents were neither educated nor rich. However, they were quite generous and kind. He had 3 sisters and 1 brother. All of them lived in their large Pakka ancestral house situated on the Mass Street in Rameshwaram. Good looking. But his parents were tall and handsome. Many poor people and others ate with the family every day. His father was very simple man, but he was very strict. He did not allow any inessential things in his life. But whatever things are required to the children, that all things provided by his father. That's why Kalam is telling here, emotionally and materially, his childhood was very secure there. It means whatever they want in their childhood, that all things they have got from his father. After that, we will see about the Second World War and his first earning. The Second World War broke out in 1939 when he was 8 years old. There was a great demand for tamarind seeds. He collected some seeds and sell in the market. After selling the seed, he had got 1 anna. He was very happy because that 1 anna was really a great amount for him. That's why that incident he could not forget in his life. His cousin, who distributed newspapers, employed him as a helping hand. In this way, he started earning some money. He earned there his first wages. Abdul Kalam is telling here, after 50 years also, he could not forget that incident. That incident was very remarkable for him. He inherited honesty and self-discipline from his father and faith in goodness and deep kindness from his mother. He had many Hindu friends, but he had close 3 friends, Ramananda Shastri, Arvindam and Shiv Prakasham. Ramananda Shastri was the son of Pakashi Lakshman Shastri, the high priest of the Rameshwaram temple. Later, he took over the priesthood of the Rameshwaram temple from his father. Arvindam went into the business of arranging transport for visiting pilgrims, and Shiv Prakasham became a catering contractor for the Southern Railways. They were good friends. Abdul Kalam is telling one incident about his childhood. He would sit with Ramananda Shastri in the first row in his class. A new teacher came and did not like a Muslim sitting with a Hindu. He asked the narrator to go back and sit on the back bench. The narrator and his friend Shastri were very sad. Shastri began to weep when the narrator went to the last bench. After the school, both went to the home and they described all the incident to their parents. After listening that incident, Shastri's father was very angry. He did not like that idea. He warned the teacher and told to the teacher that he should not discriminate amongst the children on the basis of caste and religion. The teacher felt sorry for his behavior, but Abdul Kalam is telling he did not forget that incident because that incident had left a great effect on his mind because his friend was crying there and that thing he could not forget in his life. Later on, he is telling about his one science teacher. There was a one science teacher whose name was Shiva Subramanya Iyer, a high caste Brahmin. He was quite liberal. He was believing equality. He did not like the discrimination there. One day, he invited the narrator to his home for a meal. This idea did not like by his wife. His wife was very conservative, refused to serve a Muslim boy in her kitchen. But the teacher did not use a single word for his wife. The teacher served Kalam with his own hands. That time, Kalam felt very upset. His teacher said to the Kalam, he should not upset because if you want to change something in society, then definitely you want to face the problem. After that, again his teacher invited to him for dinner. When he went there, that time his wife took Kalam's inside her kitchen. She served him food with her own hands. When Kalam had seen all these things, he was very happy there. Second World War over and India was very happy there because India got the freedom there. After that, Abdul Kalam had taken the permission from his father for the study. His father had given the permission to Abdul Kalam. But his mother did not like that idea because she was a very sentimental lady. She did not like the idea of separation. When his father listened that time he referred to Khalil Gibran, a Persian philosopher, to console her with the idea that her children were not hers, but of life's belonging for itself. They came through her and not from her. She could only give her love to them. Kalam's father asked her not to impose her will on her children. It means here Kalam fathers wanted to tell she should allow to them to fulfill their dreams because they have their own dreams, they have their own destiny, and for that they want to struggle there. If they struggle there, then only they achieve the success in their life. After listening these words, Kalam's mother was ready and she had given the permission to Kalam to go outside for the further education. In this way, children, we have seen here about Kalam's childhood, his family, and his life. Here, this story is giving one message to us. If you are hardworking, sincere, and honest, then definitely you will achieve the success in your life. I hope you understood the lesson. Thanks and goodbye.